Okay, bit of a banger yesterday. Um, on top of losing 2 months to this, what is usually just a completely free double, um, I realized that with the new stream layout that I had, that I simply did not have my microphone activated as a source, so there's literally no audio for the whole stream. Um, Yep, pretty embarrassing. Pretty bad day to be an Olin fan. All around. But we move on. It was a mistake. Um, Thinking back on it, Sharpedo probably should have just been poisoned, and Dreadnought should have been just any other Pokemon, to be honest. I think we really struggled with the fact that we didn't have a Brick Breaker in that fight. Um, yeah, just not having anyone to just use Brick Break to break the screens meant that there was just too much turns of the guys being alive and being poisoned. We almost wiped, like it was really bad. I think at one stage in the fight, Sharpedo was asleep and didn't get affected by Dream Eater um, somehow. So we could have lost Sharpedo as well. Um, just all around bad. I mean, it was bad luck. Lose our Persian hitting the hypnosis. I mean, it's more likely to hit than not, but um, yeah, we could have done a bit more. I think to actually make that work. But anyway, I think I was waxing lyrical last stream, even though the mic was muted, about saving my encounters. I intentionally delayed altering cave in case we wanted to static a Magneton or Magnemite because we really want Magnet Pull. I think Magnet Pull is a great ability. It's the same reason Rust Turf Tunnel is not been taken yet because we don't know if we want Magnet Pull. If we would rather just a random encounter or we would rather take a chance at Magnet Pull. We're going to try and figure that out today when we're calcing Norman and the gym trainers. This is only going to be probably an hour long stream, but we will hopefully get a good idea of what we're going to need for the gym and for Norman itself. We have an okay Norman, I think, from when I was looking at it before. Hitmonlee is a bit dodgy into Porygon. Kogi's a great answer to Minchino. Roserade is quite good into either Diggersby or Azumarill. We have Torterra as well, and Eldegoss. These will all be considered our main issue and why we probably won't Magnet Pull maybe in Rust Turf Tunnel is I think we're lacking a decent Pidgeot answer right now. I don't think Manectric really does it. We can look at it now just while I'm talking about it. Oregon. Oregon 2. Norman. Pidgeot is here. Yeah, Manectric just isn't it really for this fight. So it's not that we just straight up don't have an answer basically. Even if Manectric comes in for free, we don't have like a Nuzzle or something to outspeed and outdamage. So yeah, we're gonna need to figure something out. But first, let's get our lagging tail for what good it's worth. another pretty fictional item like the protection pads, but when you need them, you need them. We'll still stick to our notes. What I'm more worried about than Norman is actually even just getting to Norman itself. We don't have Caracosta, so that's lacking. It's going to be quite awkward. We don't really have a good normal resist for that slacking, and the recoil room, the Bouffalante looks like it will be a problem as well. So we'll see how we do. We'll get this fight first, look at our encounters, do a bit of calking, see what we need. I have a strong feeling that we won't be using static to try and get any Magnet Pull Mons, because it's looking quite grim. So little Black Blosses. Eldegoss, you're only coming in once. You can have Citrus in case you need it. Another misplay, I think. I think when I was in the fight, I was like, oh, maybe the guys should have had Orin or something, or Citrus rather than Orin could have helped them. Certainly at the very end could have maybe helped one of the guys, but they were getting plucked all the time with Corviknight. So it maybe didn't make the most sense to have it on him. Now that we've lost so much though, there's no more fucking around with giving someone an Orin because the calc says so. It will just be Citrus to try and forego any unforeseen circumstances. We're still, if something's 100% safe and we calc it, like we're fine to put an Orin on, but at this stage we can't lose any more mons if we're steering. 4 deaths now is bad, like we're not even at Norman. It was fine up until now. Losing 2 mons on CRR was quite annoying, but losing 2 mons to just a random double, 2 mons is so bad. 1, whatever, I'll take it, it's a mistake. Not super happy about either of the losses really, to be honest. Dreadnought, even though he wasn't shell armor, despite me thinking he was shell armor half the time, was quite good. And Harry is just really useful. He was one of our 2 fake out users, and one of our 3 fake out users, I guess Delcaddy will count. He wasn't guts either. It wasn't the ability that you want on him, but honestly, the coming in on ice moves and fire moves as a fighting type was actually quite powerful, I think, and I think the fire resist from Thick Fat would have been useful later on. This is pretty simple, one shot. So now it's Barrascuda. He wants to drill run Sharpedo because it's highest damage. I'm just bring in Eldegoss. Drop his speed by 1. You can't see the notes for the end, but it's sent to Scorch. Is going to pivot. Sorry, we'll just fix our team up here really quick. Sharpedo, Eldegoss, sent to Scorch. I'm doing Torterra. So now it's Barraskewda versus Eldegoss. It's going to click Ice Fang. We go into Sent to Scorch. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, straight away. There's just an issue with the notes. We didn't. This is so embarrassing, man. This is a 7 online. When I was making up the thing, I didn't see the Roserade. This run is over, man. This run is so over. We don't have a Barskew answer. Like, this goes terrible. What's Crawdaunt actually for? For Bruxish. Crawdaunt versus Bruxish. It's good. We're just gonna have to use them. Don't freeze me here. Good. He won't have an item anymore. So we'll just knock off twice. So much damage. Telmise comes in. Torterra is gonna spam Synth until we get switcherooed. Perfect. Bring in Houndoom. One shot with foul play. So now it's Bruxish on Houndoom. He wants to click Aqua Jet. So is there a way we can bring in Crawdaunt with this on Psychic Fang? Yes. Go through Torterra. Once again, he won't have any item. And now knockoff doesn't kill, great. So it's Psychic Fang. You can bring in Sharpedo, always lives crit. Crunch. One bang. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, we made it to Petalburg. Good to be home. Right. If you can tell, I'm pretty dejected about the whole run. It's just gotten so much worse for us. It's okay though. We'll look at Norman now, and then we'll look at our encounters and see what we need. So, so we'll start with Norman. There's Porygon lead. Now, typically a Hitmonlee with a Cherry Berry is good. Unfortunately, ours is actually Limber, which is good in almost every other circumstance, but here we actually would rather it be Reckless so that he will take a turn using Thunder Wave. It means that we can run like Asper or Rost, depending on the 50-50. If we get truck attacked, Fake Out and 2 Brick Breaks will kill, I believe. So that's 11. So So 62 times 2 is 124, plus 11 is 135. It's just enough to kill. So we'll fake out, take one truck attack, and see what we bait. So Hitmonlee can have Ross or Asper. It's probably going to be Asper. If either happens, we're shagged. We'll make a note here. So what'll that bait? So we're taking a try attack. We'll assume no crits. We're in and about 53%. Azu sees a slow kill. Diggersby sees a fast kill. So it's Diggersby. He's going to want to EQ, body slam, great, or foul play sometimes. This fight's going to be super risky no matter what. So if we can break Sash, Roserade can outspeed and KO with Sludge Bomb. Roserade could also do Azu, but I think that might be Torterra's job. So Diggersby is going to want to do that. Foul play. So we get a foul play. Since spam won't help. With Citrus maybe, but then if you get body slammed, it's bad. So essentially there's going to be no double jobbing. So Roserade mightn't actually be all that great. Roserade's probably going to be our Azumarill Lancer then. So let's pretend Torterra is a Diggersby answer for now. We'll sub him in, try and figure out what will happen next. If you're here for Minccino, let's say you're here for Azu, we need Meloetta and we need Pidgeot. Shocker, Moongus doesn't do anything. It's decent. Then it turns pretty unfavorable once it pirouettes. And regular Meloetta will outspeed us still. Yep. We don't really have a Meloetta answer either. Let's take our 2 encounters. Put Manectric in the back in case we want to damage, but put Togepi in the back in case we want to steal some guaranteed chip to the Pokemon. Yeah, we won't be magnet pulling, I think. Embarrassing. My bike mechanics on speed up is so bad. There we go. We're getting the hang of it. Make sure we're leading to our Terra. Yep. Make sure we have balls. 24. We can buy more. Cocktease. More. I mean, my money doesn't really matter, but we have a load of delays as well in case we need to fish for more. But those other delays are actually a lot more important, I think, than what we're doing with the magnet pull stuff. Give us something good. Come on. Raulu, okay. Replace our missing fighting type. That's good. And it's a steel type. Not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, but we'll take it. Kind of like that Lucario is a special attacking fighting type. It's kind of a unique niche for him. On nicknames, we generally don't nickname Pokemon until after we get to Norman. Once I get past Norman, then I'm like kind of invested in the run. It doesn't take all that long to, well, when I'm doing it off stream, it doesn't take that long to actually get to this place. Maybe a few hours, like you get there in an evening and a half. But if I'm streaming, I mean, half the reason I started streaming the runs, one was in case we, the very unlikely scenario that we beat the game, that we want it to be streamed, we want to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Teddiursa is going to help us with Norman. I actually really don't like this encounter here. If it's Guts, it would be cool, but it doesn't actually really help us right now. Like, so we're streaming in the very unlikely case we beat the game. This probably will never happen, but we'd like to be on the cool Google sheet. But I mean, mainly it's actually just for myself. I want to be able to take the time to speak through everything that I'm doing. I have a very big problem playing too fast and misplaying because of it. Yeah, quick feet, terrible nature, cool, standard. It's still fine. It's like we didn't really need another normal type after Delcatty. Please be good. Plus special attack. He's a mixed attacker, and the rest of his stats aren't anything to be too happy about. 1 HP, man. Right. We really wanted a rock type there, I think, for Pidgeot or something. A Lichen Rock or something. That's very unfortunate. Alright, Norman's looking pretty grim now. I mean, we'll level him up and put him in the Calc. See what comes out. I use steadfast or inner focus actually. Steadfast, and he just keeps that as Lucario as well. Yeah. So do 42. He levels up 28. Vacuum wave. You get vacuum wave. You miss out on Aura Sphere though. 37. Yeah, we only miss reversal. I don't think he's ever clicking reversal anyway. Yeah. Okay. So you're just raw being leveled. Never clicking that move. Force spam. Vacuum wave over quick attack. Bullet punch over metal claw, I believe. This might be a better. No, it won't. I was thinking that bullet punch or vacuum wave could get chip on, but actually he'll just get one banged by earthquake, so it doesn't make a difference. Iron Tail though. We're never clicking force spam, so Iron Tail is probably good just for baiting moves. Yeah. And a minus attack nature, we're just never really gonna click our physical attacking move. Yeah. And what's Teddy like? It's Honey Gather turns into. Oh no, hold on. Oh, brilliant. Okay, it actually is Guts. I thought Ursaring keeps quick feet. I didn't know it was a hidden ability. Okay, brilliant. Okay, it actually is Gertz Ursaluna. If we get there. That'll be really strong if we get there. What are your stats again? Nothing to write home about. You'll be pretty physically defensive, I guess. Low speed doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 7 attacks not what we want, but with 140 base and guts, he'll be okay. So what do we lose from Teddy Ursa? Charm, play nice at 36, and play rough is 30 here. Yeah, we want the play rough coverage, I think, so we're not delaying anything. I think we'd like the scary face over Baby Doll Eyes. I think the speed control could be interesting on Ursaluna. It's really slow, but physically bulky. Let's put these guys in the calc, see what they're like, get ready to be disappointed. Sarang. Okay. How does Lucario match up versus this instead? Lucario might be a bit better than Hitmonlee, I think. Hitmonlee still 2 shots, but Lucario baits Thunderwave. Now Aura Sphere isn't a guaranteed 2-hit KO, but we have Prio afterwards. That's 3.8%. So we Aura Sphere, get T-Waved, Cherry, Aura Sphere again, get T-Waved, it's 1 and 3. It's, I think the upside is a bit higher. Does he bait something different? He's still outsped by Diggersby. However, it guarantees that it's EQ. On the upside, I think that's enough for us to safely say we're going to do Lucario. Or Sphere to hit KO. Now Torterra looks like a more viable Diggersby option. It's still super dodgy. So we EQ. Taking foul play. We can hold Citrus or Lappa. How many PP does foul play have? 15 PP. So we couldn't. So we couldn't just synth spam. Come in on EQ. You just hold Miracle Seed. 1 bang. EQ plus foul play never kills. Holding the Miracle Seed might be bad though, because Roserade kind of needs it for the Azumarill. I mean, once she comes in, it just Aqua Jets, right? So we can like Worry Seed. We're taking nothing. Just probably still fine. Even, well, it's insomnia. If it's huge power, you're, yep. Mm-hmm. So Torterra's on quite low HP. He's taking an EQ and a foul play. Call it 64 plus 7 is 71, 29%. So it's going to be mellow at a relic song. So Torterra is kind of our only Torterra is kind of our only Meloetta answer. So I think if we can, for instance, bring Lucario in on Relic Song, if we get slept, it doesn't matter, he's done his job. He will bait close combat. Bring in Torterra on close combat. Torterra is holding Citrus. Synth enough times. Take it, take it, take it. Keep going up. Hopefully RNG's in our favor. Take 4 close combats and then Seed Bomb for the KO. Okay. So that will require us to find a different Diggersby answer then. Means Rosemary can hold Miracle Seed. Okay. So we need a new Diggersby answer. I've heard they're a premium relay. When in doubt, Talon, Rip a Willow. It's always my go-to, but maybe it shouldn't be. Burn him, break the sash. You out heal. Acro, he starts spamming quick attack. If we get body slam parad, we're in a bit more trouble. So if it was Talon, he comes in on EQ, takes no damage. Rip the Will-O-Wisp, we just have to hit it. He'll always hit in these situations. Take a body slam. Roost, acro. Yeah. You're only taking like 2 body slams. That's 2 power chances. I mean, we mightn't even fully need to risk it actually. So we could hold wide lens. Rip that Willow on body slam. He goes for another one. Roserade comes in. Takes a quick attack though. And a body slam. Citrus brings us back out of quick attack. You're in at about 50%. Then it's Meloetta, then Headbutt, so it doesn't actually help us then. I was thinking that maybe Roserade could double up. But you'd have to come in on Aqua Jet and yeah, it's too risky I think for Talon to hold wide lens. Just won't work. So Talon comes in. So if Talon does his business, we're gonna need just confirmation on Relic Song AI. AI document, Relic Song. If in base form, plus 10. So if it sees a kill with both Relic Song and Body Slam, it's always gonna choose Relic Slam because it's got an extra plus 10. And Relic Song does more damage than Body Slam, so even with great HP, it's gonna be fine. If we somehow scrape out of it with max health, is probably that, which is probably never happening. It's always going Relic Song, so we can do the Lucario, take Relic, go into Pirouette form, always Blade Coast Combat, bring in Torterra, carry a Citrus. Torterra can get ranged here, so like what's 144 halved? So we take, let's say if we 144 minus 70 puts us on 74. Yeah, it's quite unlikely that the worst case scenario happens, that it's a combination of both without triggering Citrus. Talon, no item, Rip a Willow. Rip a Willow. Bring in Lucario. CC. Terra. Citrus. It's just preliminary notes anyway. So actually, if we go to -6, Giga Drain still doesn't kill at -6. That's a shame. Kill with Seed Bomb. You should be quite low at that stage. So it will be Minchino or Cinchino, not Minchino. Cinchino, randomly move. Bring in Togi. Togi just 1v1s. You don't need the calc really. To know that Togi will beat Minchino. Yeah, Togi isn't exceptionally frail or anything like that, so he'll get the job done. He needs Citrus. This will bring in Pidgeot for Heat Wave. And this is where the problems arise. Heat Wave. That's just such a insane buff. Like going from 76 special attack to 131. It's like almost doubling. It's insanity. So if we're saying Roserade is our Azumarill answer at the end, we have one slot. Everyone's pretty spent. So it has to be a mon that will 1v1 Pidgeot. Not a lot of mons can do that. We didn't get Arcanine. We're going to start looking at encounters here for this because our box doesn't have a good Pidgeot answer. Where is the good sheet? I'm just looking for the good sheet in my... There it is. So this has the correct... This is the right run. Skitty, Houndour, yeah. So Rust Turf Tunnel. We got Pidgeursa. Oh my god. Pidgeursa. And Altering Cave. We did not get Numel. Don't know why that's there. Altering Cave, we got by Olu. Did we miss any encounters so far? Haven't taken the casino. And we're not in this split yet. So we have a couple of routes available to us. So we could try our hand at a 13% Growlithe here. Sweet and Arcanine is good mon. It's decent. Rockruff, on the other hand, I don't think I've personally used it to beat Pidgeot. He might be too frail. I don't actually know if people have used Rockruff to beat Pidgeot. We have 115 available to us. Which I don't think will help. At this stage, 115 is useless because Huntail and Gorbis I don't think are going to help. Have you ever actually used Gorbis? You have Pump. It's just a pure water type. Early flip turn user though, quite interesting. That's cool. Don't think it will help us here. Cloyster could be interesting, but it's so unlikely. Yeah, I don't know if this is even worth looking at. So 116 we took. Teddiursa is probably one of the most common, 20%, so it's not the most common trap inches, but it's up there. Fair enough. Verdant Turf we got. Yeah, 117 is probably where we're going to be spending most of our time looking at encounters. I don't see any of these helping. Tentacool, maybe. I love Tentacruel. Kind of a special wall. It's quite special bulk. But I don't think he actually really gives us... He's just a great mon. He's a spinner. He gets knocked off. He's pretty bulky. I'm a big Tentacruel fan in this game. But I don't think he'll help. So I think what we're going to be looking at is actually 117. Generally, obviously, you kind of want to save this for when you can surf, so you can get a good chance of Grimer-Alola, Muck-Alola, but we won't get there if we don't use this. So let's see. Let's use our notes here just to... So we can use Raichu A, Galvantula. I don't think you'll help. Magneton, really doubt you'll help. 30, probably a miss as well. Oh, hold on. Okay, my lunch is ready, so I'll still be calcing. I'll just be on mute. Okay, we finished eating. Still just looking at these electric encounters. There's a lot of bad misses already for the grass. So I'm not feeling too confident about it. Eoloctros, I think, can get it done depending on IVs. In my PB, we had one, but I actually fucked it up. I had Thunder Punch instead of Thunder Wave. You get some interesting scale moves. Ultimately, as long as the electric type can live Heat Wave on the switch and paralyze the Pidgeot. That still doesn't do it though, because Togi's Fake Out and Zing Zap won't do it. So yeah, it won't be Thunder Wave, but it would be Nuzzle. If they could do that, then they're considered quite good. Lantern with your HP bulk, maybe you can. I mean, you just won't live more than one hit, but who knows? It's decent. However, Thunderbolt 51, 47. Never lucky. So it's discharge. You would have really? Okay. Still not good. Come in on Heat Wave. Discharge. Yeah, still doesn't do it. And yeah, Togi needs him to be paralyzed. Stunfisk. Doesn't get Nuzzle either. I have a strong feeling this guy will also be unremarkable. We know that he's not going to do as much as the rest of the boys. So you can't just straight up one bang him. I mean, do we need to look at Mokalola? Kind of especially bulky though. Still doesn't get it done. I mean, Mok, are you you won't be hitting it with stab payback, but it won't be super effective. Yeah, so it's not fishing. If we take the grass, let's look at our odds. Yeah, we're gonna do a patented Olin classic here, and we're gonna ask ChatGPT for some help. I'm a huge ChatGPT enjoyer. So, take an encounter on a route in Pokemon. We can only encounter one. So they're either classed as good or bad. The over probability of the encounter being good if the following encounter rates. So a lot of people will say ChatGPT is terrible for maths. In my experience, this is true. However, I pay for the premium, and ChatGPT 5 actually has very good maths incorporated into it. So we end up actually getting some very interesting matrices for calcing. So I'm just going to show my survival chance. Yeah. So this is for an older run. And you can see it thought for 4 minutes, so it takes a long time. So my question is, Calcs is 124 HP, he can be crit, he needs to take dual wing beat and then ice punch. Guess what fight this is? We give it the options for what items you can heal, we give it the options for what statuses it can be afflicted on, and we give it our target HP, so we can't be above 48. We give it the inputs and the ratings, and it, after a while, outputs the optimal HP and item combination for us to do it. And I don't use this for every fight, but here, yeah, it actually messed up a little bit in this one. So it told me that 91 HP and taking poison was actually the most ideal HP and status combination that we should have. I thought doing this was kind of cheating initially. A friend of mine was using it for the AI document to figure out what a mon was going to use next. But it was still hallucinating a little bit on some of the moves. But I think so I wouldn't really use it for the AI document too much, as much as I might need it. I think it's better just to learn anyway. It's part of the fun of it. But for things like this, when I am trying to bring them on in a double battle that has protect, it needs to take 2 moves, and it can be crit if it's not a shell armor mon. Then I want to know what my optimal HP is going to be, and I could do this by hand, but it would take me probably 2 hours per switch in. So I'd rather just the AI do it in 5 minutes and let me know. And most of the time I'll double check as well and see what the breakdown is and stuff and ask it to change some parameters. Um, it's quite handy. But anyway, this is our new chat. These are the encounter rates. Pikachu, 29% good. Joltik, 14% bad. Magnemite, 14% bad. Toxel, 14% good. Meowth, everything else is 7%, so Meowth is bad. Yamper, we'll say it's bad. 7% bad. Luxio, 7% good. Fluffy. I mean, we don't even need ChatGPT for this, but I'm just too tired to do the maths myself. So it's 50-50 on good or bad. Generally, for some encounters, the reason I went to ChatGPT first instead of just doing the maths myself, what I'm used to doing is having excellent, good, bad, unusable encounters and trying to get the average. Do I have one of those here? Chance of encounter, maybe this one had one. Oh yeah, we have one just for this. This is from my PB, I think. So we really want to know if we're going to encounter Luxio or Toxel. This is before we had the updated sheet. We actually wanted to hit Flaffy in that one for Ampharos. I guess we just needed a T-wave to get down. From what I remember, we just needed a T-wave to come down or something, and then we could kill. Yeah, it was a bad chance anyway. We ended up fishing for the eel, and eel worked. He did his job fantastic. We got actually the perfect eel. We got the perfect eel for what we needed to do. But instead of teaching Thunder Wave, I had it on Thunder Punch. I just missed it in the calc completely. We really don't want this to be Berserker. This is why we can use ChatGPT. It just removes 3.5% as far as I'm aware, but yeah. It's a good question if Fluffy is good or bad. So we actually are leading the metric here to try and ensure that we're never bringing you to this, just to really make sure we don't get Berserker. I'm sure Berserker's great. I think I had him once or twice, but didn't get this far with him. I'm sure he's great. He's a fake out mon and stuff, but we need a Pidgeot answer ASAP. Yep, Yamper. That was one of the ones we marked as being bad, I think. Couldn't have just been a Nuzlocke, huh? Unless I missed Nuzzle in the calc. I really hope I did. That would be fantastic. Just quick stat check on you. Plus special attack. Minus special defense is not what we want to see. Those are some... Bro doesn't want to attack. Jesus, man. 0 IVs in both. He does have Nuzzle. Okay. We did miss Nuzzle in the calc. Alright. Now 0 attack IVs is really not what you want to see. I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes, so we will just see if this does it, and then we'll leave the jobber calcing for the next one. Roar, Charm, Spark. Nuzzle, Spark, Bite, Roar, Charm, Wild Charge. Nuzzle, Spark, Bite, Roar, Charm, Wild Charge. Crunch, Player off Thunderfang. Crunch, Player off Thunderfang. Okay, so we just keep you until we get Player off, and then level you, and then evolve you. Seal a strong jaw. I don't think we're keeping Crunch though. You would have made Indeedee a lot easier, wouldn't you? Yeah, we have loads of dark types. Like, I don't think we need Crunch. We want fairy coverage. Another electric pike type to add to the pile. Please tell me you just do it. Even if we just sack you to let Togi kill. Please just do it and make my life easy. Come in on Heat Wave, get outsped, get one banged. Great. Fantastic. Really, really good. It's a minus special defense nature, man. Plus special attack as well. It's such a slap in the face. If you're plus speed, you ever outspeed, even at max. The speed tie at max. Things you love to see, huh? And your Nuzzle does nothing as well. Might be a double sack to the Pidgeot. God, that's so bad after losing 2 mons. I should have looked at this first. I mean, you're not really hitting him with anything, even if you hit him with a surf. You're not dealing enough damage in return. Oh, fuck me, man. I think I would have liked Pikachu here in this situation. Like, I mean, he could be completely unusable like Magnemite or Joltik. It gives us a line of play. Like, are we... Easy attack, 88, social attack. I mean, our Manectric is pretty dog shit as well. So, let's say Pidgeot comes out. We have to sack. And we're sacking Lucario, the guy we just got. I would usually sack Hitmonlee, I think, because I'm kind of a Lucario believer. But we need Fake Out, man. So Lucario 525 base stats 455. So like you sack, bring you in, just don't get crit. I mean, at least we don't. It's not a roll to kill with Hyper Voice. Don't get crit, nuzzle, paralyze you, deal 18. 124 minus 8 is 116. 134 minus 8. Yeah, 124 minus 8, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, 116. 87%. Fake out, deal 15. You're at 101. You can hold like a muscle band for all the good it will do. For an extra 2 damage at 99. I mean, every little bit helps here. We're zing zapping like. Poof. That looks fucking grim for me, in all fairness. Right, I'm gonna cut it here. Not a lot going on this stream, just some relaxing calc streams, but wanted to get some encounters.